So my name is Samantha Obery and I'm from South Africa. I'm from Cape Town and I have 3 restaurants in Cape Town. I'm part of a restaurant group. My experience is in marketing. I'm the marketing director for the group itself, but I'm also a junior shareholder and I'm 29 years old. The reason that I chose to do my MBA was because I felt that within my particular role, within my company, I'd reached a point at which I was no longer able to learn from those around me, and I was no longer able to contribute back to the business itself. I felt like I needed to improve my financial skills. I think a lot of people along the course of developing their career have that moment where they say to themselves, do I know enough? And am I in a place where I can learn what I don't know? And I felt that I wasn't. I started looking around for an MBA program about 3 years ago. And during that time, I really spoke to a lot of people just to get a sense of where it is that I should apply, how I should approach it, which schools to be looking at. And to be perfectly honest, it was more about gut instinct. It took me almost 2 years to be prepared for entering an MBA, just getting myself around the fact, organizing my work schedule, my finances, and preparing myself to make a move to another city. I am enormously happy about the decision I took to do my MBA, and I just recently wrote to my business partner, who confirmed in writing that even though I've taken off a year from working within the business, the extent to which my observations and the value adds that I'm able to do even from afar and remotely is so much more, it adds so much more value. And I think that has to do with the fact that being in this particular environment, you're given the space to think about what you are capable of and what you're not capable of, and to reevaluate what your strengths are. It's easy to forget it when you're coping with the everyday sort of stresses of life and what you have to deal with. But taking the year off, doing the MBA full time, really focusing, doing a lot of self-reflection, besides the hard quantitative skills that you are obviously investing in and why you come to the school, there's also a lot of self-development. Okay, I really don't want to sound like somebody who is trying to sugarcoat it. It does cost a lot of money to do your MBA. But I think there's 2 ways that you can view this. You can either see it as an investment, or you can see it as a drain on your finances. And if you're going to see it as an investment, then you need to realize that you are going to have to dedicate yourself to getting the most out of your MBA. 2, you're going to have to do it properly, and you're here not only for the learning from the teachers, you're here for the networking. I've chosen to view it as an investment, and I know that for me personally, that isn't the wrong way to perceive the expense of an MBA. And that's my advice for any person who is going to be sort of funding themselves through the year. You will do yourself a major disfavor by counting pennies or by thinking about your bank account. You need to be present in order to gain the most out of this particular experience. The city is thriving. I often describe it to friends who ask me as the developing city within the developed world. It is one of the easiest cities to get around in. I think it's one of the more affordable European cities. It's really young, it's vibrant. There's so many schools, there are so many students, there are so many museums and cultural activities that you can get yourself involved in. I myself I'm more sporty as opposed to culturally inclined. So I usually take a cycle out to Krimelanka Lake or to Vanzi. But of course, if you want theatre, if you want ballet, it really is all year. The reason that I emphasize the fact that it's affordable is because it really is. It's really good to go to the restaurants. They're just absolutely thriving. It's the city where, whether it be Sunday or Monday, if the bars are full, students are out, there's something to do. Not that you're going to have much time to do anything, but there's a lot to take advantage of here. One of the places that I particularly enjoy going to is just in Tiergarten. Tiergarten it's like the lung of Berlin. It's just up to the side from the Reichstag, and you can run through it. It's got a beautiful pond and restaurant. When I was here, in February, it was snowing. The lake was frozen over, so you could skate. I try to find spaces where I can just get away and be reflective, because the course is incredibly intense, and so I look for the quieter spots. Actually, this is what I mean. At ESMT, I think one of the most, at ESMT, I think one of the most defining and really one of the best features of the school itself is that there's an equal emphasis on being professional and delivering work of the highest quality, and setting really high standards for which all of the students need to meet. But at the same time, there's an accessibility and there's a fun and there's a real sense of community to the school. The MBA office, you're in contact with them every single day. You see them every single day. The door is open, and I think being part of a small school like this, a school which holds itself accountable to really, really high standards, that's the real benefit, is that you get that individual sense of attention, and that to me defines the quality of this program. That's the benefit of being here.